Today we are here with
Ken and Bev.
Ken and Bev. And who is this white guy?
Rudy.
Rudy, this fluffy dog. Hi, Rudy. Well, obviously he's very social and sweet. So Ken and Rudy and Bev are here for a training lesson. This is the equipment that they came with. And what we want to do is I want to ask you, what is it you're wanting to accomplish today in our private lesson?
Mostly to get him to behave and stop nipping at whoever's around him.
Okay.
What else?
Walking without tugging.
You want him to walk on leash?
Yes.
Be respectful in your space?
Yes.
Okay. And is there anything else?
And not jump on people when they come in the front door.
And no jumping on people when they come in the front door. Okay, so let's talk about all of that. Some of what we're going to be able to accomplish right here in this lesson, and we're going to do it just right here before you leave. You're going to have him walking at your side, being respectful in your space. But more importantly, we want to give you the tools of how to finish the rest, like not jumping on company when they come in. Now, this is your equipment that you showed up with, correct? So you've got this rope
Yes.
leash and you've got a pinch collar on it.
Yes.
Okay, so pinch collars are an excellent training tool when they're used correctly. They're very safe. Yeah, they're very safe if they're used correctly. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to size this because it's actually too big. If you're putting a pinch collar over the dog's head, then what happens is when the slack comes out of the pinch collar, it completely comes together and it actually becomes ineffective. So I'm actually going to remove a few of those links because we want to put the collar on like this and then attach them that way. All right, so I'm going to do that really quick. And then also it's really important to know that with a pinch collar, you never tie the dog out. He's never unsupervised. He never plays with another dog. The pinch collars for right now, for what the basis you're going to walk away with today, the pinch collars for respect on leash, with you only. Nobody else walks the dog or anything like that because people will do muscle memory and they can just pull the dog everywhere because that's what we do. But you cannot do that with a pinch collar and be fair. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to show you. What's his name again?
Rudy.
Rudy?
Yeah.
Mr.
R-U-D-Y.
Rudy. I like his haircut. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Now that I have him secure with my line. Hi, Rudy. Okay, so, and if it's all right with you, I want to say Ken, am I right?
Yep.
Alrighty. So I'm going to give these to you, okay?
Okay.
Now, he very likely has never really felt a pinch collar for the way they're designed to work. Again, quiet. See how I just disagreed with that?
Yes.
You have to disagree with Hey, off. If I was the lead, off. So now he's frustrated. So I have a couple tools I'm using here. If he jumps on me, so I'm going to jump ahead here and then I'm going to come back and explain because I want to deal with it in the moment, all right?
Okay.
First of all, if he jumps on me, if I was a dominant dog, I would nip him or I would bite him. That touch in the side was my bite. I'm going to say off as I touch. And when I touch, I hold position and say off. So what I mean by that is he's so tall I didn't really have to bend over much. But a lot of dogs that are smaller, when you go to give a firm touch in the side, which would be my bite, I'm not hitting, I'm not angry, it's just a sharp touch. It would be my bite as a human. God didn't give me teeth to bite a dog, so I've got to use my body. I'm going to give that touch in the side because I want to redirect the brain. I want to snap him out of it.
Okay.
As I say what my expectation is, which is off, okay? So, he jumps on me, I'm going to touch him, and I'm going to say off. Now, if he was a smaller dog, I'd be bent over because I would have had to reach down here to touch. Okay? So I would have touched down here, I would have held position and said off, and then once he surrendered, I would have stood back up. But he doesn't make me work so hard. He comes right up here, and I can just stand right here and make it happen. Now, then he barked out of frustration, demanding, do something, I want to do something, I don't like this, right?
Okay.
Or whatever he's... Okay, so dogs don't think like that. I'm just saying that to get our minds thinking about the fact that he's protesting this moment regardless of why. So when he barks, I can also disagree with that, which is by popping that leash. Now that I have this pinch collar and this leash in my hand, I could give a leash correction, and that is my bite.
Okay.
Okay?
One or the other? Not
One or
both?
the other, absolutely. I just did both. Okay?
So both is good if you have to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Either or both, whatever you need. But I want you to notice, a minute ago, we had frustration, barking, and jumping. I disagreed with it by giving him a touch on the side and a leash correction. And right now, at least for now, he became respectful in our space and actually laid down. Okay? Now, what we would not do is go in and start to pet him and be like, good boy, that's what I wanted. Because I just created a little bit of pressure in my space. I want you to be respectful, and I set an expectation. This is getting caught up. It's actually a little loose still. I got to take out one more link. But I don't want to remove the for lack of a better, the pressure of the demanding respect in my space. I disagreed with it, so I want to let him settle into that. I'm not going to immediately share affection and take that off. You've never seen a dog bite another dog to correct him and then lick him. It is what it is. We don't have to go in there and go, that's what I wanted. See, humans think we need to do that, and we don't, because what'll happen is it'll free him up, and he'll turn right around and bark and jump again. Mm. So we're just going to let him be, and then this benefits him. You know why? It's the absence of any corrections. He feels good, because this is now a feel-good moment. We're happy, he's happy, calm brain, and then we could actually move on to the next thing we're going to do, because he's complying. And look at this. What's awesome is dogs live in the moment. The minute you change, they change. I know, isn't that cool? Okay, we're done. We're going to go just pay and be done. Don't pet him. Oh, yeah, right. Hey, his name again? Rudy? Rudy. Okay, I got to remember his name. So now he's kind of wanting you to save him a little bit. See how he's like wanting to go in? So affection is agreement. So anytime you share affection, let's make sure that when we share affection, we are So when you share affection, you are magnifying the state of mind that the dog is in. All right? So is it what you want to create? So you said he jumps on company when he comes in the door. Let me get your dog over here. Rudy. Oh, we're doing this. Relax. I bet when he was smaller, and I'm going to make him quit pulling, so I'm just setting that line a little bit, making him respect the end of the leash. He's never felt this before, so he doesn't know to respect the end of the leash yet. In a minute, I'm going to walk him, okay? But the fact is that when you were at the door, like when he was little, I bet when you came home, you guys petted him. Because he's so stinking cute, I would imagine. Am I correct or no?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yep.
So when they're little and they're adorable like that, it is absolutely very human to come home, and we're like, oh, and they're just all over the place, and it's awesome. And then overnight, they're 50 pounds. And now they're jumping on the company. You're like, would you stop that? Right?
Yes.
Well, you created it. If humans are sharing affection when they come through the door, they create a trigger of excitement. And now he sees the door as a payoff of excitement and affection on the other side of it. So why shouldn't he be excited? Because it gets rewarded.
Sure, that makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now what we need to do is we need to make sure that you walk away with the tools to start setting a boundary about what the new expectation is. And the thing that's awesome about dogs is they live in the moment. The minute you change, they change. What's most important is that they understand that you are communicating in a way that they're gonna understand. They'll never speak human, so you have to learn to speak dog. And that's what we're going to do today. Some main takeaways for today's rough recap. One thing that I didn't get to mention is I had the privilege of working with Ken and Bev and their dog Max 20 years ago. It was awesome to see him again today with their new dog Rudy. Always be calm and confident when you're interacting with your dog. Also, you must always disagree with disrespect. And anytime you are working on fixing behavior in your walk, whether it's pulling, barking, reactivity, in order to fix that, you must fix the structure of the walk in the first place in order to be able to fix the other behaviors. And one last thing, your dog will never be the dog you want him to be until you are the leader that they need you to be. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Till the next lesson, we just thank you so much for listening. We hope you gained some value. And again, your dog will never be what you want him to be until you're the leader they need you to be. And we just thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time.